Alright, this is pretty new as far as this vehicle goes. This is pretty old. Most of the vehicles I work on now are around 2010, 2006 and up, I want to say. This is a 98. I have worked on a handful of vehicles like in the 90s, but I just like a video. There was a car I worked on, Civic. I diagnosed it, didn't just upload the video because it was a waiter. But interesting, that had a blown head gasket. But I do work on some vehicles in the 90s. This is a 98 Jaguar xj5. And I've worked on a handful of these over the years. Damn, I'm sneezing. So I worked on a handful of these over the years. Even recently, I had a Jaguar come by that was a 2019 or something. It was something up there, and somebody already had worked on it, had coolant leaks, but it was some issues. I didn't do a video on that. There's a lot of stuff that I just don't upload because it's just me. Like, I'd rather get the job knocked out and gone. But anyway, I digress. What's going on with this? There's a couple things. This car has pretty much a legacy with the owner. And so with his mom, she's deceased. And I tell a lot of people, if the car has a sentimental value, then I can understand putting money into it. This car was like in New York somewhere and it came down. So I don't know, you can see some of the rust. Yeah, so it was the garage kept. We're gonna look at the mileage in a little bit, but it looks really good though. It's gonna, when it leave here, it's gonna get a paint job. So, and they're gonna go from there. So it was his mom's car, like I said, she's deceased, and he wants to get it running. And it runs really good. You just want all the amenities working on it. So today we're gonna diagnose the air conditioner on this. Good thing is, I'm like, okay, what year is this joker? It's a 98. So I don't know what my options are with the scan tool. So I'm gonna see how the Autel react with this. And I think I got the MK908, MK908. We'll show you that. So I'm gonna see what my options are bidirectionally, if I have anything, and if I can communicate with the climate control head. And if not, then I gotta pull wiring diagrams and check the compressor manually. So the AC is not working. He wants the air conditioning working. That's one of a couple things. So that's what we're going to do today, and we're going to see what happens. The compressor resides down at the bottom, and honestly, just from looking at it, I really think it's just going to be a bad compressor. The clutch is welded up. It will rusted, not welded up. And I was able to spin the compressor by hand, but just because it superficially doesn't look good doesn't mean anything. It could just be low on Freon. I don't know. That's logically the first thing to check. Put a simple gauge to it, check for Freon. So we're going to do that because this video might not be anything serious and just need Freon. And yeah, so I got the battery on the charger, jump start to get it in here. And right now I need to look for the low side port. And so this is going to the condenser. That line's there. Let me go on the other side here. So this is going to be a high side. The high side should go into a low side. I think I see it. Ouch. Oh gosh, I burnt myself. Here you go, right there. Oh yeah. All right, let's hook a gauge up to it. Let's check the pressures first and go from there. Like, honestly, life would just be too easy if it was just low on Freon. But I mean, it's for it being a 98. I don't know. Here's just the regular rinky-dink gauge. There's nothing in there. Nothing in there. So what I like to do, which is probably unorthodox to most, I'm going to put air in there and see if I have compressor activation, fan engagement. And what I'm going to do really quick, when I put air in there, compressed air, see if the low side reduces which will indicate that I got some good suction. There should be fluid in there, so I should be fine, like oil in the system, so it should be fine. So we'll see. Give me a minute. I gotta talk. I talk too much. All right, this is what I'm using, and the part number is 427653180. This gauge is supposed to be like this. Reasons being because it is. Let's hook this up. Throw some air in here. See if it holds pressure. Hopefully nothing explodes. It should slow down. Administering air. Okay, cool. Cool. I got 150 psi in there. All right. That's that. It doesn't have anything in there, which is, I'm gonna say, kind of strange. So this is a good opportunity to shut the fan down, listen for any type of leaks or whatever. But I prefer to use UV dye. I don't have any type of what they call that gas, the other one where you have like hundreds and hundreds of psi. I don't have that. Helium. No, it's not helium. I think it's it. I don't have one of those gases that you can administer in here and like significantly increase the pressure to determine leaks. Don't have that, so that's why I just use air pressure. Worst case scenario, Freon's cheap nowadays, unlike the R134A. Put some UV dye in it, start looking for leaks. All right, let me stop talking. So about 150 psi compressed air. It's not going to hurt anything, so don't be alarmed. Let me see if I can get this. I need to just use my regular gauges, but it's the first thing I get my hands on. Let me see if I can get this to hold. Cool. Let's start it up. Let's see what happens. See if I can get it to activate. So that was easy. I can tell it dropped because it was at 150 before, then it's down here. So I need to look at the camera footage and see how far it dropped, which is a good thing. So it has suction. All I need to do is take the air out, put vacuum to it, add Freon, and then we can see how cold it gets. So let me do that, and let me review this footage first off. All right, based on the footage, it looked like we got a working system. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna pull vacuum. I'm going to get some Freon. I do have oil, with low viscosity oil, with R34, 134A, and I'm just gonna get more Freon, and I get some UV dye, put it in here, and see if the AC works. Call it a day. Let me run to the store and pull a vacuum while I'm gone. All right, I just got back a while ago from the park store. I got Freon over there, and I had pulled the vacuum, and it's been holding steady for over an hour. So I think the system is okay from a vacuum state, but the pressure is what's going to really dictate what's going on with the system here, because I'm still kind of curious as to why it lost Freon. But then again, it sat for years. Minute leaks, I'm talking about insignificant leaks, will eventually cause the system to lose Freon over time. So I got a can of oil. Here we go. I have this here with low viscosity oil, and so we're gonna put this in here, and it has a little bit of UV dye in it, just in case. And then I have some cans of Freon I'm gonna add in there too. So let me do that, and we'll see how this AC starts to work out. All right, I don't know, I'll start pulling like another vacuum. I'm gonna put the oil in there first, just in case. And again, I'm I'm hoping this system works. And all right, now we can see like that it goes into vacuum. Let me turn this compressor off. I said compressor, this vacuum pump off, and go through the therapeutic motion of seeing the pressure deplete because it's vacuum. Oh yes. All right. Let's put the oil in there first. Usually you'll hear like an audible click because the pressure sensor, the pressure switch, it's over there. No, it's not enough in there. Let me turn the fan off because I just like to hear it. I don't know why. This has more pressure in it. This will definitely achieve 100 psi. I just want to hit it. Oh, here you go. Oh, it's not going to do it. Oh man, it's not going to do it. All right, let me just cut AC on and see what happens. All right, the next biggest thing, I mean, it has to, the fans need to activate at some point in time. It's not going to activate now. Hopefully when the pressures get a little, when they increase, it should activate the fan after a certain threshold. There you go, fans came on. Pressures drop. Just feel the low side, see if it's getting cold. One thing I would do also, which is not a good idea, you know, touch the high side, see if it's getting warm. That's what I do. Don't do that. That's not a good idea. So we should be good. I'll take a laser thermometer, laser temperature, and see if the temperature's dropped inside the cab there. I also have a mechanical, like a regular dial gauge. I could use that, put that in the vent, but I'm lazy. All right, let me give it a minute. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go in the car and see what it's doing. I think it's a good time to see how many miles is on this thing. Let me close the door. Nope. Trunk open. How do you work this thing? ODO. Oh, it's not gonna show me. Oh, wait. Is this it? Oh wow. Is that the original miles on this car? 59,000 miles. That is crazy. The AC is cool. I mean, it's cold. Just let me say it's cool. I'm probably gonna have to drive it around. He did say he had a complaint of fuel odor. This car is in great condition. Look at this. Yeah, got it detailed. 59,000 miles. It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of like honorable when you get to work on people's cars that have like sentimental value. Hopefully this AC works efficiently. One thing I could do if it just doesn't get extremely cold, just check the high side pressures, make sure they're adequate. I got 24 ounces in there. That's what it recommended. And the suction line is cold. It's almost, I like it when it has some condensation. It's pretty hot outside, so it is kind of wet. I like it when it starts sweating. That's how you know the AC is real cold. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drive it around, put some miles on it, see if I can detect that burning smell, that fuel smell he was referring to. And I think he's probably referring to my valve cover gasket leaks. I mean, as old as the car is, it wouldn't surprise me to get this on here properly. As old as the car is, it wouldn't surprise me if they just wound up developing leaks over time. And dry rotting. Oh gosh, oh gosh. I need 2 hands. Oh gosh. Oh wow, the AC is so much cooler. That feels great. I'm gonna try to see if I can use my laser thermometer here. I don't know how well this is gonna work, but it feels like it's definitely like 40 degrees in here. Uh-oh, what happened? Hold on, Phil, I just used this yesterday. Got some corrosion on here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, about 40 degrees. Okay, yeah, we're in great shape. This is amazing. Yeah, 38 degrees. This is really good because it's like 88 degrees outside right now. Awesome. I'm gonna take it on a test drive, see how this works out. Right, just got back. Test drive. Did pretty well. You know what's one thing which is crazy about this car? Why does this have 170 miles per hour on here? I think back in the 90s, this was probably used for like sales purposes. Come on, man. Okay, wait, I think it worked. There you go. I gotta fix it. It's got corrosion on it. I gotta fix that. Yeah, 39. So yeah, we're good. This AC's fixed. It's crazy that was something so simple for something to be so old. Despite how the compressor looked, that don't mean anything. Just because it looks raggedy, don't mean it's raggedy. I think that can be applied socially. Something like that. All right, I'm gonna look around for this, check on all the other stuff. But sometimes, like, some of the repairs are very simple. It ain't that complex. And I kind of got lucky on this one. But based on all the rust and what he wanted, what else he wanted looked over, ain't no telling what the hell I'm find. But I will definitely update if this AC stopped working. And if it's something interesting, I might just do another video if I have to replace those valve covers. But hit that link, subscribe to the channel, stay informed, how to originals my work. See you on the next one.